Good morning. This is the Life Motivation. My name is Thomas Warden, and these are entrepreneurs that come in here each day to give and to share knowledge and tips and tricks of everything that we're going through within our life to shift us into a different direction, a different realm to make us the best version of ourselves. Because we are flying on frequencies that most people will not understand. We are putting our thought processes into a whole different elevation that many don't understand. But it is okay. At first, we didn't either until we actually started diving into it, getting better clarity on what we needed to do to give ourselves better thought processes for the things that we're wanting to accomplish within in life, giving better words to ourselves each day when we wake up, telling ourselves that we love us, learning how to meditate throughout the day, whether it's 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, or a 30-minute program. So whatever you're getting to in on that, stay diligent with that. Stay dedicated with keeping you getting a better clarity and focus within your mind. Because when you get into a meditation state, you will find that your thoughts want to go everywhere. And then we're going to show you how to start giving better thoughts to you in the morning, which will start giving you better words to yourself during meditation. So you can actually guide yourself to where you're wanting to go and what you're doing during that time frame. And what are you doing during that whole time of meditation? And a lot of people don't understand. You're building a better version of you on the inside. You're giving better thoughts to you during that time frame so you can know where you're wanting to go and the goals that you're trying to accomplish, and not how you're going to accomplish them, but just knowing that this is where I want to go, and these are some of the things that I need to take care of in my time frame to head me towards that. I wanted to learn how to do online world. Did I know how to do it? No. I knew how to check my internet get on the internet to check my emails or to scroll to search for something when I first started this 5 years ago. So when I got in with a buddy of mine back in 2000, and he was doing the online world when it started out with the Google, too complicated for me back then. So I was scared of it and didn't want to get nowhere near it. The social media I was wondering why everybody was sticking their heads in their phones and wasn't out there with a jobby job, So that's what I kept telling my niece, why are you always on that phone? Why are you always on Instagram? Why are you always doing this? Or why are you always doing that? And she was like, oh, I'm just keeping up with my family and friends. So when I traveled overseas back in 2007, I got on Facebook. That's when it had just come out about 2004. So it was just a social aspect so I could keep track of my children and my loved ones and my friends and what they were doing back home. So I really, truly didn't understand this social media and these platforms with these Zoom meetings and how to be able to interact with people across the world at all until 2016, until I truly dove into it and gave a better understanding. And once I got in, then it actually worked with what I was doing within my life already, with the meditation state, with the focusing on my life, with accomplishing my dreams, and with being in a positive mindset. All that did was open up even more for me so I could be able to talk to more people across the world so they could know how they could get their life into a better direction, a better thought process, and just giving better energy to them. And with that energy that they're giving to their self, they're shifting their life a little bit at a time each day. And with each day, them doing something different than they was doing that wasn't working before, that was bringing negativity, bringing more BS, and just having their life at that average state of, oh my God, I'm just here again today. It's just another Groundhog Day. But yet as entrepreneurs, we got in here and we figured out how we could elevate away from that little average with our thought process. Not making us better than anybody else, but just making us better with inside of ourselves. First getting in tune with our heart, then getting in tune with our mind, and getting clarity with the two to be able to get that focus now elevates us up just a little bit more, because we can feel the situations now of negativity that are coming our way. And we know how to block it and say, no, y'all can, hey, talk to the hand, not us, because we don't want to feel that energy. We don't want to feel your negativity. We don't want to bring our vibrations down to your level to have that conversation. We want you to rise your conversations up to a whole different level so you can leave all that you've been negativity, you can leave it away from you, because you are elevating yourself up above the negativity, above all of that stuff. Are we saying we're better than those that are going through situations? No. We have walked through them and learned how to step out of them and keep going up those stairways and not going back down the stairs. Because the only way that you're going to have success in life is if you go up that stairway. And a lot of people, well, I can't see the top. I don't know how it's going to end. None of us do. If we all knew how life was going to end, how every situation was going to end, what are we here for? We're here for the creativity side that we came here with. It's called co-creating. And that's what we do in here is we mastermind in the morning time, and we co-create different things of ideas that we have within our life, different places that we want to see ourselves go, things that we want to accomplish off of the experiences that we've had. Many people have been through life, and they want the husband and the wife and the picket fence and the 2.3 kids. Awesome. That's what you want. Go for it. Nobody is stopping you. Nobody is saying that you can't do that. If that's what you want, keep going towards that. We say, I can't find the right man. I can't find the right woman. Who's the right person? We don't know. Find the person that is in that good alignment with you for that you're wanting. And guess what? It will flow towards that. Because if you're going to a bar room to try to find a woman or a man that is trying to have that white picket fence, guess what? That's probably not the place that you need to be looking. There's other places that you need to be looking for that. Okay? So just know that you're not always going to find the things that you want in the areas that you might be going to now. We might need to change our places and our mindset thought processes of where we've been going to get us to where we need to find that we're looking for. I wanted to be able to come home, to stop working construction in my life. So in 2015, when me and Carol went on that sailboat, I said I wanted this freedom life all the time. How can I go and do what I want? Go to these places of beautiful islands or wherever in the world that we can do what we truly want to do. Yes. 7 months later, I found that. That was this online world. And when I seen it, I understood the opportunity that was put in front of me. I seen the abilities to give me the freedom of what I was learning for things that weren't truly new anymore, but yet they're still new. Because a lot of people don't understand. Yes, Facebook has been around. The business side has not been around forever. This is all new to us all. Yes. And it is fun to be able to learn it and be able to get ourselves in here and be able to see the things that we have done in a short period of time with just my life, making me a better person. All because I opened up to the opportunities to be able to see the things of how I can make myself and this heart right here better by surrounding myself with better people, by surrounding myself with people who had good dreams and good big dreams. That's what I like, is talking to people that have big dreams for their life. Why? Because I so long talked about just having the truck. I talked so long just about having a house. I talked so long, I want, not giving myself the true vision that we are all here for, the bigger picture that we're here to create together, the bigger picture that you're here to create within you. And just knowing that some of the places and situations that you're going through now is making you stronger. So when you get to a situation in life, you know how to handle it, take care of it, and move on. You don't have to sit there and dwell on it wondering, well, how am I going to fix this? Or how is that going to work? Oh, I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, my. How many people have sat around and thought those same questions right there? How? Yes, many days I would try to figure out how I would be able to get this other job. How could I make more money over here? How could I be, living my life over here? When I stopped trying to figure out the how and started living my life for me and understand that I needed to take care of this physical temple that I am in first before I can start moving to those things that I truly want within my life. So every day I get up with this happiness, with this energy, so I can bring back positive and inspire others to know that you are awesome in that package that you have. You can have all the universe you want from the universe. So whether you want to sit down and you pray to, say, God, I need assistance today. I can't do it all by myself anymore. Not everybody, has the belief of God, but whatever you do believe in, I want you to get and say, I need your assistance. I can't do all this on my own. So give me the strength, give me the courage, give me the knowledge, give me the wisdom to be able to handle and take care of all the things that are set forth in front of me today. And with that right there, you have given the universe the ability to give you everything that you need for everything that is going to happen today. And right there, because you gave away the resistance of saying, I'm going to do it myself. No, when you said, I need assistance, give me the guidance. Guess what? You will be guided to every location that you need to be today to be able to speak to the right people, to be in the right place at the right time to meet everything that you were asking for today. Not trying to kick down the doors and make it done on your time frame, but flowing with the time that you have now. Because you have an understanding of the most valuable thing that is in your life. That's time. It's not being remade. So you do everything that you can do to each day. And today is, you're here. So today is the one we're thinking about, not tomorrow and not yesterday. We are here now in this time, space, reality. This is the one that you think about. This is the one that you put your energy towards. This is the one that you're going to get up and go to that gym today because you said you wanted to lose some weight. This is the day that you're going to stop smoking because you said you're going to stop smoking. This is the day that you're going to stop the addictions of whatever else that you got in your life that you don't want anymore. Because today is the day that you start. Because you said you wanted it, make it happen. Don't procrastinate and say, well, you know what, I'll have this last pack and then I'll finish up tomorrow. Or I'll start quitting tomorrow. If you want it today and you want it within your life, then why are you going to procrastinate and put it off another day? You want more within you, move your life into more now. Not when you think it's going to be the right time. Well, maybe I might start this business today, but tomorrow might be better. Or next week, next month I might have this. 3 months from now, I might have everything lined up. Really? I promise you 3 months from now, it's going to be more shit piled on top of you. More situations that you're not going to be able to handle because you weren't able to get into your now time, space, reality and take care of it. Because we have to take action. Not when we think it's the right time. When you have that thought cross that mind, take action right then. Right then. If you have a story that you're wanting to write down or a story that you're wanting to tell, don't say, hey, I'll write this down later. Get you a daggum pen and write it down now. Get out your voice recorder and record yourself now for what you're thinking and the thought process. Then go back and listen to it later if you need to. But you took action. So now the universe has heard what you said. You heard what you said. Now you can move towards it. I love it when, sometimes things go on and other people, hey, well, why don't you take care of this, and then that needs to be done. Oh, really? You see it. Why don't you do it? Don't sit there and bark orders to somebody else to do something that you see that can be done. Get up and take care of the things that you see for you right then. If it's in your heart, if it's in your mind process, don't bark the orders to the children to take care of it if it's something that you can take care of. Don't bark orders at people at work because you're a supervisor, but yet you can walk by and your hands work just like they do. So if you see something laying on the floor that needs to be moved, that might be a tripping hazard for someone, then move it. Don't go find somebody else to do it just because you think you're better than them because you have a title. Nobody has a title. We're all human. We all have heartbeats. We all have feelings. So respect yourself, then you can respect others. So that is a good part that you need to get up every day. Give the respect to yourself each morning first. Clean your own house up first. And I'm not talking physically your house. I'm talking that temple that you're in. You clean that temple up first before you can start going out and barking how other people need to live their life. Don't be a judger, because I promise you, you will have to deal with your own judgments one day. We all have to deal with our own stuff every day. We all have our own, things that's going on that we all feel, self-conscious about already. Whether it's a zit on the face or it's a mole, a pimple, whatever it is. Some people have their hair is just not right today. It's a bad hair day. Really? You still look good. Your face still has a smile on it. I'm not worried about that hair, whether you have hair or not hair. It doesn't matter. You have a smile on your face, that's all I want to see. So the women, I want y'all to know, your natural beauty is more beautiful than any makeup that you can try to pile on there to make yourself look more beautiful. Your natural look is what men truly like. Those hours that you spend behind that mirror thinking you're getting yourself more prepped up to get out there for us to see, you wasted 2 hours of your time that you could have been out there spending with those that you love. The natural look looks good. If you are happy with
Call it the clown effect, Thomas. The clown effect. When I see a lady with too much makeup, I think of a clown. And it's funny, if women were to sit amongst the conversations amongst men sometime, And that's exactly what we talk about. We talk about natural beauty. We speak about how a person, women in general, creation are beautiful all by themselves without anything added. You don't need anything added. You're beautiful just the way you are. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Thomas. That's just a good one.
Yes. And me, I got lucky. I got me a country girl. She'll change her own oil. She goes out there and plays with the chickens. She's out there mowing the grass, weed eating, you name it. She came home with an owl last night, all kinds of critters. So she loves critters. I love it because she's happy with that. She has a smile on her face each day when she gets out there to play with animals. She's out there. I can't wait for the day that we actually get our farm property, because I'm sure we're going to have every critter on that place. Why? Because it makes her happy and it makes me happy. So get up each day. You're making the best version of you, of just what makes you happy each day. I don't care if you're 500 pounds or you're 80 pounds. As long as you're happy with inside, you're the most beautiful person that is walking this earth. And nobody can say anything that's going to affect you, because you know how beautiful you are. You feel it within you. So keep it up. Keep up that happiness. Keep up that energy. Keep up those smiles. Keep up that vibration of going towards that you want. And you will see more flow within your life each day. And it gets better and better, because each day that you stay with that positive attitude, each day that you wake up with that smile, each day that you wake up knowing I'm going to accomplish all that I want to today. I got 3 priorities that I need to take care of. That's it. You mark those 3 priorities. Now, if you get some other stuff done on the goal list, perfect. Kudos. But you did those 3, have fun for the rest of the day. Go sit, put your toes in the sand at the beach if you got some. If you got a lake, go by the lake. Go stick a cane pole in the lake. If you got a park that you go ride your bike in, go ride your bike. Get a picnic and a blanket. Go sit down by the lake and watch the birds and the bees and this, that, and the other, and just go sit there and enjoy the clouds as they pass by. There's those little moments that people are letting escape their life because they're sitting in the house on a sunny day. They're sitting in a hotel room on vacation and getting pissed off because the TV's not working. Things like that. Like Julio said yesterday, we didn't go on vacation to watch TV. Who cares if it's not working? The swimming pool does. Let's go to the pool. Let's get out of here. We got away from Chicago all the way to California. We didn't come here to watch TV. And there's many people get off work every day after working an 8-hour day. Come home, pile their feet up, get in the recliner, on the couch, throw the blanket, bucket of chips, and the remote. And then they're bitching about, why don't I have a life like that guy does on TV? Why don't I have a body like that guy does on Baywatch? Hey, because you're not going to the beach running around and swimming like he is. You're not tan like him because you're stuck in the house and you're not getting any vitamin D from the sun. Get out there and enjoy your life, guys. And if you set a goal for yourself, if you quit that goal, there's only one person you quit on. That's you. Nobody else. You're only doing these things for you each day. So if you get up and don't accomplish something, hey, don't go griping at anybody else. Only yourself. So it is a good day to have a good day. And I will pass this on to my brother because he's been up, jacked up with a bunch of coffee already. So he's ready to roll.
I'm on a caffeine high, huh? That's funny. Thomas, I mean, you've been giving the answers to this question nonetheless, but in case the vast majority weren't paying attention, how do you become the better version of yourself? Thomas just gave a bunch of examples, but I guess I'll elaborate a little bit further. There's many different ways you look like, and this is what he's referencing: coming up with a plan, getting out of your norm, getting out of routines, old habits, things of that nature, fighting off resistance. There's something in our community where people talk about it all the time. It's like the 5-second rule, and you could use it when it comes to an idea. You can use it to when you're waking up in the morning and you're like, oh, should I hit the alarm clock? You know, you can use it when it comes to fear in your heart, when it comes to responding to a random person, or you feel led to say hi to somebody in a day and you don't because you're scared, because you're scared to smile at them, or you're scared to, what is the response going to be if I say hi to a complete stranger? Whatever the case, these are different ways that you become a better version of yourself. Practicing new habits, you know, instead of buying coffee every single day, why don't you go to the store and spend the amount of money that you were going to spend on one cup of coffee and go buy some coffee, and then spend $1 and some change more and get some milk, or whatever the case is, you know, $2, $3, you know, and then you have coffee for the entire week, versus you spending, you know, $5, $6, $7 a day on just coffee every single day, 7 days a week. You add that up and see how much money you done, you know, blown away. And then you're complaining about your finances, kind of stuff, you know, the kind of foods that you're eating on a daily basis. Hey, I want to lose weight. Okay. Well, do you eat fast food every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Oh, I'm always on the go. Okay. So how can planning your day out, how can structuring your day out, you know, they say if you don't plan, you plan to fail, because that's truth. You will live your life. And what Thomas talks about as like the willy-nilly life. You know, you're just going with whatever, you know, you're living life on the fly, versus structuring your day, you know, putting purpose and intent behind your day, behind the time in your day. You know, what would happen if you were to get up 15 minutes early? What would happen if you were to get up an hour earlier and go to bed an hour earlier every day? Maybe you might not have anxiety in the morning. Maybe you might not be in a hurry. Maybe you might not be in a rush. Maybe you might be able to sit there and meditate. Maybe you might be able to sit there and read and retain something. Maybe instead of starting your day off with anxiety, you start your day off with peace, with confidence, with affirmations that you can accomplish anything throughout the day because you woke up an additional half an hour early and you decided to read the Bible, or you decided to pray, or you decided to sit there and get into a meditation and just calming with no sound, no TV, no not playing in the background, and just calm your spirit and prepare your spirit for whatever the day has in store for you. There's many, many different ways that you guys can go about this, but it starts with discipline. It starts with reforming habits. It starts with this thing right here called a pen and paper, you know, and very simple way. You know you. I don't know every aspect about you. Thomas doesn't know every aspect about you. So because you know you, only you can examine yourself. This is what we call the heavy lifting portion. You know, this is how you get to form the habits of a millionaire, form the habits of somebody who you consider to be successful, form the habits of the who's who and the celebrities and all of these people who might have, you know, some people were spoon-fed, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people who are famous today, they weren't born that way. They worked their way up to that. They formulated habits. They built structures. They planned out their day. They planned out their month. You know, they planned out their finances. You know, they decided that they were going to be a great steward of no matter what came their way, of everything that they have currently, you know, and everything that was going to be blessed, everything that they were going to be blessed with. They said, hey, I'm not going to waste away this time. Time is something we can't get back, guys. Can't get it back. The time we started this Zoom, it's over with. It's done. You can watch the replay, but we can't get that second. We can't get that minute. We can't get that whatever back. It just doesn't work that way. So formulating new habits, new practices, instead of going home and watching TV, why don't you go home and massage your wife's feet? Why don't you go home and say, man, my wife, she cooks 5 days a week, 7 days a week. She's taking a shower right now, just got home. I think I'm going to surprise her and start cooking dinner out of nowhere. Or bring some pizza home for dinner. And she thinks, oh, crap, I got to hurry up and get the house ready, and I'll have to do all of these things and get the kids and get ready for dinner. And then you come home with some pizza and you lighten her load for the day. What could that do for a relationship, you know? Or, I mean, there's many different ways. We don't know your life. to the T. We don't. So, I mean, I'm giving you guys multiple examples, you know. Let's see, what else did I write down here? You know, all right. This is another one that I expressed to Thomas yesterday in private conversation, and I don't have an issue sharing with you all. Stop taking on burdens, the world's burdens, burdens that don't belong to you. You're not Superman. You're not Superwoman. You might be a super mom or a super dad because you're really great at loving on your kids, and you're really great at being a provider, and you're really great at counseling your children, or whatever the case is. But you can't counsel the world. You can't take on the world's burdens. You can't take on the world's weight. You know, you can't continue to help everybody and their mama. You know, how can you help somebody if you first haven't learned to help yourself? How can you help somebody if you first haven't learned what it is to have that discipline you're trying to teach them? You haven't practiced yourself. You haven't instilled it. It hasn't become a part of your character, a part of who you are, part of your routine, a part of your day. You know, how can you give that to somebody else if you first haven't retained it, if you first haven't practiced it, if you first haven't received it, and it become a part of your person, part of your persona, your character? There's many different ways about this. Like I said, I don't know everything about you. Thomas doesn't know everything about you, but you do. And that's where this pen and paper come into play. There's so many different ways. And you go, hey, this is a lot of stuff. I know. But what did Thomas just say a second ago? You could start off with 3 things. You could start off with 1 thing. You could start off with 2 things. So if you start off with 2 things today, and then 2 things tomorrow, and then 2 things the next day, and then 2 things the next day, and then by the time Sunday comes, you look back at the week and you go, man, I killed last week. I slayed that thing. Let me give myself, exactly, Thomas, let me give myself a pat on the back, you know, because you did 1 thing or 2 things or 3, whatever the case, whatever number is, even if it's only 1 thing, you did that. And you structured that different. And then you say, okay, I'm going to do it again tomorrow. I'm going to continue and take a right step in the right direction again tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day, until it becomes a habit, until it becomes part of you, regular practices. There's so many different ways that you can structure your life differently to become the better version of yourself. There's no one way to do this because there's so many aspects of who we are as people, our lives, our families, our finances, our jobs, who we're providing, what we're doing, our businesses. There's so many different aspects. You know, there's not just one way to do it. There's many different ways, but we can't tell you, you know, specifically. We can only give you examples. So become the best version of you by any means necessary, man. Rome wasn't built in a day. It wasn't. It's beautiful. People go to the Colosseum still now. They go to the Colosseum now after everything has been destroyed, and they go, oh, wow. And these great battles used to be, you know, and this beautiful city used to be here, and all of this stuff. It wasn't built in a day. You know, nothing is like how the U.S., you know, I guess got over, you know, getting this country established the way that it is. That wasn't done in one day. You know, Canada, the world, none of that was done in a day. It was built up and built up and built up and built up. So what are you building up for you, within you, so you can be blessed to somebody else? Become that best version of yourself today. 1 step, little bit of discipline, little bit of practices, slight change in routine, slight adjustment. Don't get overwhelmed with it. Don't overwhelm yourself with a simple concept. It's really simple, and it can get you so far in life, guys, so far. It's about you putting it into practice, though. So become that better version of yourself, man.
Co-creating at its best. We are in the forefront of it. We're the one that has made this world the way it is. Our forefathers had a dream. Our forefathers had creativity ideas. The Industrial Revolution, people thought of different things. Now, you know, we had the Silicon Valley, different creativity, different ideas, things like that was going on. And we are right here in the middle of another movement. That's what we're in. Why? Because we are people that have awakened to want something different within our life. And guess what? With this awakening that we're having co-creations of these ideas that are coming out every day of how we can do something more within our life. Something that we never even fathomed, to being able to have this kind of money that we've never had, because I've been on an average income my entire life, because I was an average worker of construction, making 60 to 80 to 100,000 a year. That was it. To be able to have this kind of monetary funds now, I look at it, I was only surviving off of 2,000 a month. How much more do I need to actually live my life that I am comfortable with? And what can I do with the other funds that I am making to do something bigger for my community? Do something better for this country, for this world? Who knows? The ideas that I have that are flowing through my mind and things that I have will be able to bring food to a population no matter what type of weather it is, because of the garden houses that I want to build. So with that food right there being grown 24/7, 365 days, is something that I won't have to worry about if it's sunlight, if it's pouring down raining, or if it's snowing, or if it's cold outside. I will still be able to provide food, vegetables, everything for people. And that's what I want. That's me, though. What do you want to bring back to the table of life? Because we're all here to co-create together. And how can we make it better for each other? I know how I've made myself better. So now what do? I bring it back to y'all here. I do it with my meetings that I have one-on-one. I do it with my clients that I talk to every day. I do something to give them some more information to guide them with a better thought process for themselves. Am I telling them how to do it? No. I offer suggestions, just like we do within here, of things that I have went through, things and stories that I've heard from other clients and that they have went through and what they did. And then you can make your own informed decision on what direction you need to go that is best fit for you in the time of your life of that called now time space reality. And with that working with you each day within yourself, like he said, it's not going to happen overnight, because you got yourself, however old you are, from 8 years of age all the way to where you're at now. You're the one that's piled all this crap on you since then. So now we have to work with you to unwire some of that self-doubt and that fear and that lack of mindset and not having the knowledge of, and the scared and the little child syndrome. I don't know what's going on. Yes, none of us did. But yet if you listen and have an open mind to wanting to learn something new, it will happen and it will move you in that life. And once you awaken truly, and it'll be like, I see what he's talking about. Does everybody grasp it within the first 3 months? Probably not. Because there's some that I have talked to for over a year. There's people and clients that I've talked to for 2 years, and we're still working through processes because they have been broken down within themselves so much by other people, letting other people's opinion affect them, and it breaks them down, and they don't know how to get that mindset away from knowing that those opinions don't mean shit. This is your life. Those things that they're throwing at you, telling you, oh, you should be doing this, you should do that, you shouldn't be doing this. They should go and check themselves. I said it earlier. Don't tell me how to live my life if you have never been in my shoes. Don't tell me how to live my life if you have never walked one day in my life. So live your life for you, and that's it. When you have conversation with someone, listen to their conversation and don't try to fix their solutions for them or their problems for them. Don't try to give them solutions on what they should do. Yeah, I hear your story. I hear what you're going through right now. Well, maybe you should do this. Why are you trying to fix their problems for them? Why aren't you just being a friend and be an ear and let them vent for a second? And in that conversation during their venting, guess what? They usually solve their own problems. And all you had to do was just listen. You didn't have to tell them how to do or what to do or who to talk to or where to go. Unless they come to you for true advice for something and you have been through that situation, then you can give an answer. But if you've never been through it, how are you going to give advice on something that you have never been experienced? Think about that for a second. If you haven't experienced it, how can you give advice on something? There's many places I have been throughout this country, many people that I've been around, many places that I've been to that I hope none of you ever see or ever have to go through. Ricky himself has been through places and been through things that he hopes that nobody ever has to go through. But what is he doing each day? He's getting up and he's taking control of his life, just like I am with mine. And we're moving forward in that direction to make sure that we put the happiness within us so we can give back to the world as well. And within that love that we give ourselves, we know that we can give comforting words to others because we have been through those situations. Many people in here, there's things that you're going through every day. And just know you're not alone. Everybody across this world is going through something. You're not alone. So if you're in the darkness, just know you don't have to be in the darkness by yourself. We have a community right here of people that support everybody no matter what you're going through. We give love and everything no matter what you're going through. Lost your job, been out of work for a while. Guess what? We've all been there. It's okay. You've got knowledge within your head. You still have physical ability moving around. You will get another job. It's all good. So don't look bad at it. Lost your husband, lost your wife. They cheated on you. My husband's an alcoholic. My wife beats on me. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. We all go through something.
It is not the end of the world.
No. You just now know what you don't want within your life. I don't want to be around this anymore. Cool. Then what are you doing to move yourself out of that situation? What are you doing to not trying to solve what's going on or not trying to change the person that you're with? Because did you marry them to change them? Or did you marry them because you loved them and you loved the way they were? Because if you married them that way, then you did that to yourself. You know, so every day when we're getting up, doing something different for our life, guys, there's only one person that you're doing it for. It starts with you. That was the whole message today. Making you the best version of you in everything that you're doing. Everything. If you're going to do it with flair. Do it with confidence. Do it with your head held high. Do it with, I know I'm doing this because it makes me feel good. When there's others may not understand why it makes you feel good, but it's okay. It's not their journey. It is yours. So keep having fun with it in everything that you're doing. In every direction that you're going. Keep having fun with it because that's what it's all about. So Miss Shannon is now down there in the passenger seat, it looks like. So Miss Shannon would now be able to give us the affirmations. We're going to wrap this baby up. Thank you all for spending the time with us this morning. I know we went over just a little bit, but Miss Shannon will be able to wrap it up. When you give messages, it's coming to you. It's kind of hard to stop the words because when they're flowing, I don't flow, guys. Let that energy flow. Those affirmations that she's writing down for her this morning, start writing your own down each day. Start writing get you a journal, get you a book, get you a notepad. It doesn't matter. Dollar store has them for $1 a day. You know, go buy you half a dozen of them. And then guess what? Before you know it, you're going to start filling them babies up with affirmations every day. You're going to start having goals that you're going to start writing down in there. You're going to have daily accomplishments that you want to accomplish that you're going to start writing down in there. And by doing these little practices that we're setting forth for you right here, these little nuggets that we're giving you, that right there will move your life each day. And you won't even know it yet. But you give us 30 days of practicing just that each day. After that 30 days, you're going to want to do it the next 30 because you're going to see how much things you was able to accomplish for your life, how many things you was able to make you feel better each day because you were doing it. So little processes, I'm not asking you to change your life in one day, a little bit at a time. And this is the best way to do it. Just a little pen and a notepad. Write down some affirmations of power words to you to say, I am powerful.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little.
Yeah. So it's just, just that little bit of those power words of I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am powerful. I have and I will have beautiful thoughts today because I am a creator. Little things like that. And then waking up asking for the love, the gratitude, the happiness, the creativity, the knowledge, the wisdom, the words to be able to speak at the right time, the time to know when to be able to listen, the time to be able to speak, giving me all of that I need at that time frame. And then you will start watching your life flow a little bit different. So Miss Shannon, I'll get you to wrap us up this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
You're good.
Okay. I don't have to be anyone else but myself. Who I am is enough. As long as I believe in myself, anything is possible. My voice matters, my opinion counts, and so do others. I belong here as much as anyone else. Good things are still to come. I am capable. I can do this. I am enough.
I love that. I am supposed to be here living my life today. Living it to the fullest. Enjoy your day, guys. You'll have an awesome one. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning.